Then in Indiana, you have to be 16 before you're licensed to drive a car. That is not the case, however, for all moving vehicles.
A group of people has virtually unrestricted reign on the roadways. How is that possible? In a 15 Finds Out special report, News Channel 15's Adam Widener went out asking that question, and he quickly made a dangerous discovery in the heart of Amish country.
If you've driven around rural northeast Indiana, you've certainly encountered an Amish buggy on the roadway. But did you know there's absolutely no age restriction on the driver of those carts? For more than a week, I've watched dozens of buggies from Bern to Grable, and you may just be surprised who's holding the reins. They are a people deeply rooted in religion and tradition, with a lifestyle folks in Grable are used to.
I've been here 60 years, and the Amish have been here a lot longer than I have.
Two vastly different cultures with two vastly different modes of transportation, the modern and the Amish.
You can see the speed limit right up here is 35 miles an hour, and I mean, we're going 10 miles an hour right now.
But it's who's holding the reins that grabbed our attention. With very little effort, we caught children, 12, 11, as young as 10 years old, driving on country roads, sharing those roads with cars and trucks. In the afternoon, an East Allen County school bus shows up at Westridge School. It's an Amish school located on the corner of Notestein and Ricker Roads near Harlan. Teachers and students say it's common to see 4th and 5th graders driving buggies on the roads. There was no hiding it. A dozen kids came back to the school to show me, arriving in pony buggies meant for the younger kids. An 11-year-old even gave me a ride. Young children driving multi-passenger vehicles while cars fly past at about 50 miles an hour. And it's all legal.
There is no license requirement, no permit requirement, no age requirement for them to use that equipment, those horse-drawn vehicles on the roadway. There is no law governing that at this point.
The only thing buggies are legally required to have is the orange triangle on the back and lights at night. And anyone can drive them on any road except the interstate.
So long as they're abiding by the rules of the road, they're not violating any state law whatsoever.
Is that dangerous?
It is dangerous. It is. But again, you know, we come from, you know, two different cultures.
That danger is evident outside of Bern. 14 is the oldest student at this Amish school, and kids don't take the bus. Our camera caught them riding home from school on 218, a state highway. This young boy has 7 passengers. All look younger than him. On a 55-mile-an-hour highway with no passing zones and semis flying past. Many people in Adams and Northeast Allen County don't see a problem with it. Those who do, like some customers in this Bern gas station, don't want to talk on camera for fear of talking bad about the people who provide a large economic impact in the area.
I don't know that anything needs to be changed, because I think the majority of Amish children that drive are responsible people, and as I said before, most of them are teenagers.
It is the parent's choice to whether or not to have that child in the buggy and on the road.
By growing up around them, I know for a fact they start out very young on their property in the barnyards working with their horses.
A third of Adams County is now Amish, with thousands more across northeast Indiana. Though almost everyone agrees it's dangerous, non-Amish folks in Amish country think there's a simple solution to keep the roadways safe, pointing fingers at their own driving habits, not the Amish.
This area is Amish territory, and it always has been, and it probably always will be.
Tomorrow at 6, you want to check out a follow-up to my special report, Who's Holding the Reins? I bring the issues to lawmakers. Hear what they would like to do tomorrow at 6. In Studio 15, Adam Widener, News Channel 15.
In Indiana, there are not any restrictions for Amish buggy drivers. Police call it dangerous, but they say it's a way of life. So do lawmakers think that'll ever change? In a 15 Finds Out special report follow-up tonight, News Channel 15's Adam Widener talks to 2 local lawmakers. Adam?
Well, yesterday we showed you kids 12, 11, and 10 years old driving buggies on county roads and state highways. We decided to take it to 2 local lawmakers, a state representative and a state senator. Driving around rural northeast Indiana, you've certainly seen them. The Amish lead vastly different lifestyles and use vastly different modes of transportation.
I've been here 60 years, and the Amish been here a lot longer than I have.
The only thing legally required for buggies is the orange triangle on the back and lights at night. And in Allen County, they must have a license plate. Anyone can drive them on any road except the interstate. After we spotted kids 12, 11, as young as 10 years old sharing the roads with cars, trucks, and semis, 15 Finds Out brought the issue to lawmakers, like State Senator Tom Weiss.
When it comes to the Amish, there's a lot of resistance by them to do any kind of regulation, and we just kind of look the other way. It's kind of bad, especially when you bring up the story about the 10-year-old. We've tried to take care of their religious concerns that they have and really stay out of the Amish community with a bunch of rules and regulations.
So nobody's talking about it, and no one really has any plans to change anything. Why is that?
It's a tough issue. I admit, Adam, that it's something that if we tried to take up that issue, I'm sure there would be a lot of fights and a lot of people that disagree with our approach on that. What we're hoping for is that the parents will be considerate of how young they allow individuals to drive those buggies. That creates a big danger. We wanted them to have driver's licenses. They don't want to have a driver's license because of religious beliefs about photography. Well, we even tried to just have their photograph be a part of our system, not beyond the driver's license, but the Amish object to that.
Every time something is dangerous, we don't, as Hoosiers, we don't go out and pass laws against it.
It was the same story from Winona Lake State Representative David Wilkins.
We could consider some kind of a regulation that they could only be written on county roads, roads with speed limits less than a certain amount or something like that. But to my knowledge, we haven't had any of those discussions yet. I don't think the age factor has that much to do with it. The Amish way of life is an accepted way of life in northern Indiana, and we have to respect that as best we can.
Though both lawmakers agree it's dangerous, for now they don't see any changes in the future, keeping the law as it is for the people who live in the way it was. What would have to happen for any form of regulation when it comes to Amish?
Well, you know, they've been doing what they've been doing for 100+ years. There weren't vehicles when they first started, and it's just something that government has never tried to address. I really don't know how we can address it and to do it successfully, where everyone would be happy.
So what do you think? In a Wayne.com poll, we asked if you think there should be an age restriction on Amish buggies. After more than 1,100 votes, 63% of you said yes, and 36% said no. Put in your 2 cents and check out yesterday's special report, Who's Holding the Reins, all on Wayne.com. Adam Widener, News Channel 15.